PBIS and positive behavior in schools with restorative practices in our schools, where our children and ourselves as parents can feel safe and feel together, working together with you as a district, where I do not feel fear or being harassed by questions about my level of education that I have, the level of education that my husband has, or my kid's father has, where they don't ask me these dumb questions whether I'm here legally or illegally. And we do this through restorative justice practices, and to have circles of support for our youth, parenting classes for leadership, activities such as support groups where our children feel safe and feel comfortable, and as well as us parents, and to have a united community, so that each school should have a committee to improve the school climate.
Okay, Abraham.
Good evening. My name is Abraham. I'm part of the Santana Boys and Men of Color. I am a youth mentor, and I'm also a circle keeper. I was a circle keeper at Laurent Grisset for the Joven Noble program. And I'm here on behalf of our group and as a member of the community to really highlight the issue going on in our communities, that we cannot disregard or ignore that our students are suffering different types of trauma in our communities. And sometimes in order to be successful academically, we also have to have a safe environment in the school where these issues can be addressed. And sometimes, as the head of the California Endowment, Dr. Ross, he points it out that trauma is a top predictor of misbehavior and also the second predictor of academic failure. 90% of youth in the juvenile justice system have experienced childhood trauma. So what we are proposing is to include restorative practices and programs within PBIS as a form of accountability. Accountability to those at stake that brings everybody together, and accountability that is trauma-informed and culturally informed. That it also aims to restore and not to perpetuate more trauma. And so I, as a mentor and as a circle keeper, community member, I think these collaboratives are necessary for the success of our students in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to call the next batch up to speak after Sandibel. Madeline Buehlmeyer. Sorry. Tony Ortuño, Dolores Almaraz, Maricela Reyes. Sandra, go ahead.
There. Okay. Hi, my name is Sandy Bell Ramirez. I am 11th grade at Segerstrom High School. I am also here part with the Central OC and KidWorks. And today, I am on behalf of other students who have often faced bullying at school to ask the school board to implement comprehensive anti-bullying policies that includes LGBT cultural sensitivity and safe school training on support of sexual orientation and gender identity. As an immigrant youth here who arrived about 13 years ago, I often face bullying at school, mostly because of my appearance or how I perceive myself to other students. But I think that's there's a common similarity between LGBT youth and an immigrant youth. The often struggle of trying to hide or not trying to come out to other students just because of who you are or how you express yourselves. And quite too often this happens at schools, and it really impacts on their educational advancement. For example, I know that I had to withstand a school year just because of the type of bullying I face at school, and I know it happens still. There's been some improvements, but the school climate still needs more improvements in order to make sure that the educators don't lack the appropriate the appropriate awareness and the safeguards that schools need. It is no doubt that 60% of the youth feel uncomfortable. 9.8 are based on gender identity, and then 7.6 are based on race. It is a legal and moral responsibility for educators to make schools safe, regardless of their sexual, gender, or status as a whole. Our school's climate should be a reflection of healing circles for all youth, including LGBTQ, and should have proper awareness and restorative justice programs that can benefit all youth. Thank you.
Madeline?
Okay, my name is Madeline Bumeyer. I come from the Youth Empowerment to Act group from the Center OC, and I'm a Santa Ana resident. I'm here to speak about the LGBT cultural sensitive acting and starting a safe school training for all teachers. I know personally, working with my several schools I've transferred through, GSAs, I've seen how it can affect the community and seeing how students can be socially and psychology and impacted. And I can't do this. No, can't do
Thank you, Madeline. It's hard to get up in public. Tony?
Thank you. My name is Tony Ortuño. I'm a youth program coordinator at the Gay and Lesbian Center of Orange County. I've had an opportunity to work with some of the schools in this district to create a space where students feel supported, and also to provide them with tools and resources on how to create an environment where we practice, where there's like anti-bullying practices and policies. Through these tools, I've been able to work with the students so that all students, including the community that I've worked with at the center, the LGBTQ or the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning community, can also feel supported and safe in their schools. Studies show that bullying is considered one of the most preventative and potentially damaging forms of school violence. Students can also be targeted because of perceptions about their sexual orientation or gender identity. LGBTQ youth are twice as likely to experience verbal and physical bullying at schools as their non-LGBTQ peers, which can lead to high rates of absenteeism in school and school dropouts. However, we also know that when schools develop and implement LGBTQ-related professional development, locally determined and agreed upon by faculty and staff for all students, site, and personnel that include age-appropriate LGBTQ-related content in the curriculum, we create more inclusive and supportive environment for all students. This is why I'm here today to ask the board to pass their supportive school climate policy in the LCAP, with our point that provides the district the opportunity to develop and implement a comprehensive anti-bullying policy that includes LGBT cultural sensitive and safe schools training and support on sexual orientation and gender identity for all school leaders, staff, and teachers. And together with the district and the community, we can create this policy and prevent the bullying that's happening on campuses. And I already see, as seen by this sign here, that the school is already addressing the issue, but I think we can definitely improve on it together and as a collaborative. Thank you.
Dolores?
Hola, buenas tardes a todos ustedes. Mi nombre es Dolores y soy madre de familia de 5 hijos. Y estoy aquí más que nada para agradecerles a los miembros de la mesa directiva que han tomado el tiempo para atendernos a nosotros en el grupo y escucharnos y poner atención por los testimonios que ustedes están escuchando. Son historias verídicas en los que vinieron hoy y los que han venido anteriormente. Entonces nosotros como comunidad, como padres y comunidad, queremos establecer que nos abran las puertas para hacer un grupo de alianza, un comité de alianza entre padres, maestros, directiva y miembros de la mesa directiva, porque realmente yo tengo 5 hijos y yo quisiera que todos fueran como el primero. El mío, el mayor, ya se graduó de la Universidad de Fullerton hace 2 semanas, pero tengo el niño menor que es de educación especial, es hiperactivo. He tenido problemas con él en la escuela, me han abierto las puertas de la escuela para participar con él. Y